So, hi everybody. My name is Alexander Parsons. I am a integrative studies student at UNT, finishing up my senior year right now in the 2016 summer semester and taking a technical presentation class. The final assignment for this class is to give a presentation to a live audience. Thank you so much for graciously agreeing to be my live audience. Could everyone around the table introduce themselves? Let's start with you, sir.
Eric Chancellor.
What do you do here?
Network administrator. My name is Roman, and I'm an IT engineer.
Thanks for being here, Roman.
Chris, and I'm the IT director.
Thanks for being here, Chris. And
Calvin, my dad works here.
thanks for visiting. You should be the mascot for the event. Your name, please?
Jamie Glover, Data Center Specialist.
Thanks for being here, Jamie.
Monica Escamilla, Data Center Specialist.
Thanks for being here.
And Eileen Zillow, Data Center Specialist.
Thank you, Eileen, for gracing us with your presence. All right. So now we've taken care of introductions. I'm going to go through the basics of the presentation presently. And we're going to talk about the True Colors profiling tool. It is used to help you interact with coworkers and interdepartmental projects, and also it's just pretty fun to help you use as a way to understand friends, family, and anyone that you interact with. It has 4 personality styles: blue, gold, green, orange. I'm going to go over all of them and their strengths and maybe weaknesses if we have time. And then we're going to wrap up the day. Okay, is anyone familiar with the Myers-Briggs personality test? Is anyone taking it? So just 2. Myers-Briggs, for those who don't know, is a personality test that has 4 dichotomies: an extrovert, introvert, intuitive, sensory, thinker, feeler, judger, perceiver. What we are doing is not that. We are going over a spin-off of that called True Colors personality profiling tool. It goes over just 2 dichotomies: thinker, feeler, judger, perceiver. And it is not a test. There are no wrong answers here. This is at your disposal. It is a tool. All right, so we're going to pass out some handouts to actually help you figure out how this applies to you. So what I'm going to need you to do is fill out in each row 4 numbers, with the highest one being most associated with you and least with the traits that you don't have quite as much. And so for me, I would put 4 with these 3 traits and maybe a 1 with these 3. I need to improve on that. And maybe a 2 for that one and a 3 for that one, and then repeat for each of the rows, and then total up all the numbers here at the bottom. And we're going to turn off the camera in a second. And here's the instructions right here. And I guess we're going to take a second to do that now. Did everyone put their totals on the bottom? Mm-hmm. All right, then we are all set. So now what I need you to do is label each of the columns. We're going orange for column 1. It's going to be gold for column 2, blue for column 3, and green for column 4. Top or bottom, both are properly labeled. All right, let's see. Okay, so on the back of these handouts, I need you to put the color that you scored the highest on at the top, and then descending in order of how highly you scored. Now, here's where it's possible to tie a couple of your colors. If that is the case, then put the as long as they're higher than the first, the 2 tying ones here on 2, and then skip over 3 and put your lowest score at 4. set? Okay, so each of these colors has specific personality types with their own strengths and weaknesses. Blue is particularly compassionate and people-oriented. Gold is more detail-oriented and processes specialized. Orange appreciates spontaneity and freedom. And green likes being analytical and information-oriented. Blue personality styles have such traits as caring, sensitive, sharing, understanding, trust, and being supportive. Did anyone score blue first or second? Eric? Two over there, and one in the back. These, you can identify people with higher gold personality traits. My mistake, blue. In the workplace, because their workstations are covered with family photos, pictures of pets, parents, kids. They are the first to realize if you have a bad day. They are excellent at relating to other people. That's where they help most in the workplace. They treat you like a human being. They gravitate to such skills and positions as guiding, leading, teaching, counseling, and various people-oriented things. That's where they specialize. Next, we have gold personality styles. They have such skills as being traits as being structured, punctual, organized, and dependable. Did anyone score gold first or second? Absolutely everyone. All right, so we have some common ground there, but we're also a little extra specialized. You can pick out gold people in the workplace because they're on time for absolutely everything. Their workstations also have calendars and checklists within arm's reach at all times. Very much checklist people. They gravitate towards such skills as organizing, guarding, following directions, securities, very detail-oriented, and various others. They contribute to the corporate environment by keeping everyone aware of the rules that they must follow and the processes to actually accomplish the task. Next, we have green personality styles. Did anyone score green first or second?
I swear I'm not going to raise my hand every time.
You get 3, and that's tough. Okay, that makes sense. This one is what you would most associate with the IT department. Other people also contribute there. All right, they have traits such that as follows: analytical, information-oriented, logical. The need to ask why we are doing and how we do. They're creative. They enjoy information. They're independent, and they like information. How many times do you see information on this slide? Any? 3. That might not be enough because they really, really like information. All right. You can identify green people in the workplace because whenever they want to finish something, they disappear. They finish their work in a solitary environment. That is how they think that they accomplish a problem. They gravitate towards skills such as designing, analyzing, orderly thinking, conceptualizing, and researching, developing, diagnosing, mapping out. They like to figure out the long and short of pretty much everything. And lastly, but certainly not leastly, we have orange personality styles. Did anyone score orange first or second? Definitely you, sir. So no first or seconds on the IT team. Okay. Well, people with these personality types are more spontaneous. They react to change very well, and they are really like interacting with other people. You can pick them out in the office environment because they're also pretty much always gone from their workstation. They're usually networking or seeing where the next event is. First one to ask is, where's the next company trip? Who's got the next birthday? And it's blues that will be the ones who actually remember those things. Well, blues of events, birthdays. Golds are the ones who have it on their calendar. They gravitate towards positions such as sales and marketing. They are excellent troubleshooters. They because they don't really care that something unexpected happened. They're the first people to think outside the box to solve the problem. Responding to emergencies right there. Okay, in the corporate environment, what you would associate what each color gravitates to in which departments, mistake, is definitely associate green with the IT, and orange with more marketing and sales. Blue like to participate in human resources, human HR, and gold really likes finance. So here in IT, you would probably gravitate towards more green and gold. But all help if they understand each other and contribute their strengths. Okay, so there's another handout associated with this slide. And, excuse me, should have brought a drink. I'd like you to look at your most prominent color and see how, what traits and line up with it in the first column right here. And see if that's how you respond to things like problems and your preferences, your schema and the like. And then when you're done, I'd like you to look at your coworkers and with what you assume is their more prominent colors, how they respond in different situations, and that so you can see how they think and feel about these different situations. Like for me, I am green first, and what I need in what I do is confidence. I like to maintain a cool and calm demeanor. And, excuse me. What I don't always understand is people who lean more towards blue and how they pride themselves for empathy while I want to be excellent. And both have value. You need to have someone empathize with you. And they might think that I'm a little too robotic or artificial, and I need to understand that and accommodate that if I'm going to work with them in a capacity that's meaningful. A problem that some companies have when they grow, they look for people with similar personality types that they've already got. If you're like a financing company and you start out with 3 gold people in an office and that really worked out for you, you might be inclined to hire more gold and get people who are on, thank you so much, and more inclined to working with the numbers and following all the regulations. But as you expand, you won't have access to as many people who can sell your services that your company provides, which is what Orange does. And that's what they excel at. And understanding the importance of all the personality types is how you succeed as a whole. In conclusion, I find it very interesting that your first color is kind of what you were born to be. That's what you're going to be from the beginning. Okay. And your second color, or tide, is more what you were influenced by while you were developing, what your family influenced you to be. Most fascinatingly, your color that you showed the least amount of traits with is actually your fallback in what you do when you're stressed out. So that's why it's a spectrum and not just a single color or personality type. You have the traits of all of them. For example, back here at here, I believe stressed is one of them. I actually have this in notes. That's why I couldn't find it. Okay, show of hands. Who is blue last? All right. People who are blue last, like me, and identify with each other on that one, is when things aren't going right, we tend to take it personally. Like there's a problem and someone else has done something that caused it or something that you're uncomfortable with, and you think, why are they doing this to me? And the way you fix that is you try and get more emotional support and get yourself reset to approach the problem how you normally would. Next one is gold. Who's gold last? No one, because we all had it first. Okay. Gold last, those strange alien creatures, once they don't have control of the situation, they're upset, they make a checklist like a gold person and then get their bearings, and then once they reset themselves, they go about their problem normally. Who was orange last? All right, 3 here. Orange people typically want to go to an event to get their bearings, like go out and have dinner or go to a bar and have a drink before they are ready to approach the problem again. And green last, of the last, but certainly not least, green people seek information as to the situation that they don't have when there's a problem or an emergency that they were not prepared for. So they ask for the instruction manual, but then they set it down and don't use it. So, that's all I got. Thank you for your time. Thank you so much for, what? Oh, lastly, didn't want to skip this. Does anyone have any questions of what they're confused by or that I might be able to help with?
Am I doing my stickers right?
Probably not.
You're
But we love you anyway.
Thank you. I think I did them wrong.
Well, we've got cookies in the center there. You're free to take as many as you want.
Did it help you personally in the school, knowing your friends' colors or?
In group projects, definitely. If when someone doesn't show up or when they're on time and they're waiting for you, that's how you pick when they're orange and green, when they want to assign roles, and when they're going to do things, that's very much gold. When they're prepared to talk and interact with you, that's a little more blue. And when the person who actually gathers the materials to dole out and who takes care of the assignment, the green person might have already finished that, so you pick up the green person and see. So Jim, Sarah wanted to do some research on this subject. Where would you go? And Jim probably already knows.
That's good.
This whole thing is applicable to more than just the office. My family debates about it relentlessly, about anything from strange interactions to television characters. Anyone familiar with the show Friends? Okay.
Maybe that's time to
I am not. I am far too young for that. But I have heard in the family debates that the reason why that show was just so popular is there was something for everybody. Each of the characters had prominent personality traits associated with colors, so there was always someone for you to identify with. So it wasn't just like a niche show that only certain people were into.
I have a
Okay.
question.
Oh, what's the
How do you
question?
put these on here? What do these mean for?
From
Do they-
left to right, your color order that you had right there. So yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Thank you all for coming. I'm so glad that I was able to present this for you. I hope it's helpful to you in your personal and professional lives. It's all I got. Thank you for being such a good audience.
You did a great job.
Yeah.